I choice in Aisyah.
Okay.
Introduction, among the successful reform of Muhammadiyah is the courage and insight of Kiai Haji Ahmad Dahlan as the founder in pioneering the birth of Aisyah as the woman's movement within the public. Therefore, it becomes important to figure out Aisyah as the Muhammadiyah woman organization or movement, which is a part of the reform chain of this modernist Islamic movement. The birth of Aisyah was established on May 19, 1975, initially named after Association Sopotresno Sapatresna, established in 1941. At the time, Aisyah was using the old spelling Aizizah, meaning the follower of Siti Aisyah, the wife of Prophet Muhammad, renowned for her intellectually, one of the most trustworthy and reliable source of hadith, as well as brave woman figure. The establishment of Aisyah, moreover, cannot be detected from the pioneer of Kiai Haji Ahmad Dahlan. In 1923, Aisyah developed into a department of Muhammadiyah and subsequently turned out into Majlis Aisyah, hot base our Aisyah in 1927. This change occurred because of the expanding leadership concerns, branches, and sub-branches throughout Indonesia. At the time, Nyai Walidah Ahmad Dahlan appointed Siti Bariyah Walidah as the chairman, while Nyai Ahmad Dahlan said the beginning of Aisyah was the leading figure or Mubalik. Anis, 1968, 11. Due to the function as hub-based Aisyah, relative has its own management, even though the Aisyah Congress was conducted as a part of Muhammadiyah Congress, which was led by Nyai Ahmad Dahlan, and the session of Aisyah Congress while held in Ballston or closing meeting. The last time Nyai Ahmad Dahlan guided the Aisyah Congress was in 23 Muhammadiyah Congress in 1935, held in Yogyakarta in several occasions. Nyai Dahlan did not attend the Congress except in 29 Muhammadiyah Congress in 1940 before she died on May 31 in 1946. The objective of Aisyah to organize the implementation of the real Islamic society in the woman circumstance or society, Article 2, 1956, the endeavors of Aisyah include A, to conduct and hold Islamic dawah, B, to promote education teaching, C, to advocate to communicate mutual health, D, to maintain and encourage place of worship and endowments, A, to educate and nurture the girls and young women to be fierce women in the future, F, the manage CR publication, article number 3, 1956. Signed 1961, the term of Majlis was solidified the organizational structure of Aisyah, in which the central executive becomes central executive of Majlis Aisyah. In a Qaidah Aisyah and Aisyah Affairs as a result of the 24 Congress in Banjarmasin. Central executive of Majlis Aisyah was a council determined by HB Muhammadiyah, derived from the group of wives in Muhammadiyah as the highest association of the mothers within Muhammadiyah. Meanwhile, the daughter were 1, to manage the wide list of Muhammadiyah. 2, to assign the branch and group of Muhammadiyah to lead the wide list of Muhammadiyah. 3, to lead and encourage the entire component of Aisyah to work well. 4, to manage and lead the Aisyah Congress. 5, the decision of Aisyah Congress, as well as the Muhammadiyah Congress and Majlis Tarjih dealing with Aisyah. Positive significant enhancement took place in 1966 when the position of the organization is left out into autonomous organization whose structure consisting of central, provincial, regional, district, and sub-district granted by the decree of Muhammadiyah Central Executive number 1, 1966. Moreover, the principle of Aisyah as an autonomous organization within Muhammadiyah were as follows. 1, Aisyah has full authority to manage, foster, and enhance the organization. 2, Aisyah Central Executive is under the authority of Muhammadiyah Central Executive. 3, in each level of the organization, there is a consultative affiliation with persyarikatan leadership similar to the establishment of the organization, executive election, and deliberation decisions. 4, Aisyah has authority to cooperate and associate with the government institution, private institutional, and other organization. The form of the association with foreign institutional agency shall be entirely approved by Persyarikatan or Muhammadiyah Central Executive. 5, issue regarding with law and determined by Muhammadiyah. Aisyah Central Executive 5. Balik is... Sorry sebentar Pak, ini balik nggak bisa masuk katanya. For the objective of Aisyah is to organize the implementation of the real Islamic society in the woman circumstance society, Article 2, 1956. The understanding of Aisyah include 1, to conduct and hold Islamic dakwah. 2, to promote education teaching. 3, to advocate the community mutual health. 4, to maintain and encourage place the ownership and endowments. 5, to educate and nurture the girls and young to be virtuous women in the future. 6, the manage Syiar publication. Balik saya he cannot come, dia nggak bisa masuk Pak. Balik. Positive significant enhancement took place in 1966 when the position of the organization is relevant into autonomous organization whose structure consisting of central, provincial, regional, district, and sub-district. Garansi, oh ini saya sudah. Garansi to degree Muhammadiyah Central Executive number 1, 1966. Moreover, the principle of Aisyah autonomous organization within Muhammadiyah were as follows. 1, Aisyah has full authority to manage, foster, and change the organization. 2, Aisyah Central Executive is under the authority of Muhammadiyah Central Executive. 3, in early level on the organization, there is consultative affiliation with persyarikatan leadership similar to the establishment of the organization, executive election, and deliberation decisions. Aisyah has authority to cooperate and associate with the government institution, private institution, and other organization. The form of association with foreign institution agency shall be initially operated by Persyarikatan Muhammadiyah Central Executive. Issue recording with law are determined by Muhammadiyah. In the Muhammadiyah Congress 2000 and was reformed in the 45 Muhammadiyah Congress in 2005, ASIA becomes special autonomous organization. Meanwhile, the function of organization is intended to provide discretion to organize particular charity and services. In the organizational structure, however, this position is higher than other autonomous organization, almost similar to the result in the 32 Muhammadiyah Congress in 1956, in the which Asia was deemed as a special department of Muhammadiyah as the autonomous organization. The position and authority of this extraordinary autonomous organization will set forth is a special guidance released by Muhammadiyah Central Executive. The principle was this direction of Asia as a special autonomous organization beyond any other autonomous organization within Muhammadiyah. However, it remained within the conduct system of Persyarikatan Muhammadiyah as the highest authority, which different Asia from other independent women organization. In Kaidah Muhammadiyah, Asia and Affairs in 1936, realized by Hofbestur Muhammadiyah, signed by Kiai Haji Hisam as the chairman and Haji Mukhtar as secretary. Asia Affair was aimed to educate the girls and young women to be a real Islamic wife. Meanwhile, the affair of Asia are one to educate and encourage the oldies so as the achieve their aims to become guidance and role model. Two, to adjust in doing good deeds and abandoning bad ones, to encourage sirens saints to do the rights. 3, the learns and life collectively, the way of associations, mutual help as well as daily necessities, particular to be dutiful to parents. 4, to practice the craft with agility regarding to wealthy works, particular to promote wisdom and earnestly seeks for knowledge. 5, to nurture and educate the young woman as the regeneration of Asia. Hofbestur Muhammadiyah Congress 1936, 16. Outlook in the content of regeneration and linkage of organization, there is a bold and inspirable functional and integration relationship even in shall be strengthened within an entity system in Muhammadiyah's movement. Given the fact that any organization, particular reform movement organization as Muhammadiyah, with its principle of unity, is made up from structural as well as geographically functional relation as a synergic and powerful strength. Autonomy shall not dismiss the functional structural relationship, which is the associated structural the performance of respective function in focus and optimal within a world unity system of Muhammadiyah movement. B, the role of Nyai Walidah Dahlan. In the 15th Muhammadiyah Congress in 1936 held in Surabaya, Nyai Walidah Dahlan became the chairman of the Aisyah session within the Congress, within mesmerized the people as the performance of women in the public area was assumed as taboo. Junus Anis explaining it as follows. Is it astonishing that in front of the audience of Muhammadiyah Congress held the Indonesian nationality city in 1926, there is a middle-aged woman leading in the Congress in the woman session of Asia, precisely located in the Kranggan Theater, a wide space fully attended by mostly white women and few chairs behind to the podium for men as the representative for the government newspaper, and other associates. The rules of Nyai Dahlan and Kiai Haji Ahmad Dahlan are very influential in the establishment of Aisyah, while Kartini pioneered emancipation by in initiating school for the girls in her time. Nyai Ahmad Dahlan set up dormitory internal for the Indonesia young women, particularly who studied in religious teacher school, Mu'alimat, by providing religious general science, the literacy subject. And the time Nyai Ahmad Dahlan was getting older and the dormitory space was limited was moved into a large building. It was quite difficult as the society was recruited in accepting the girls and young women learning to read, write, and general science. Moreover, by leaving the house, which make the similar to Kartini's struggle to realize emancipation in her time, Anis 1968-14. The idea and work, which may seem simple, and yet they obtained a small space in the society and substantially and become a phenomenon at the time. Yunus Anis explicit appreciated Nyai Ahmad Dahlan as follows. Nyai Ahmad Dahlan has supported and pioneered women's society to discard old-fashioned belief by moving on the striving for equality. It must be a great sacrifice selling the abstain and disapproval from the elder who assumed her woman as violation of women's decency. Starting from Aisyah by initiating dormitory and school for female students, promoting Islamic course and literate eradication for women, building for house and of orphanage for girls, as well publishing women magazine. Thus endorsed for spread throughout Indonesia, which are led, managed, and performed entirely by women. The Gate of Aisyah. Aisyah is the woman division of Muhammadiyah, enhances the woman affairs within Muhammadiyah. The entire religious affair for women might be conducted and managed by themselves by recalling the physical strength and virtue of women, for instance, in studying religion, educating the children, making craft for a woman, washing the woman decreased, and the whole issue which demand in the natural of woman, all the them are the responsibility of Aisyah. Muhammadiyah view Aisyah is a woman involved in many spheres of public life with the main mission of dakwah. It illustrates the progressive perspective of Muhammadiyah toward Aisyah, although there are several relative bias standpoints dealing with women's position and role in general. In general, the idea of justice and equality for women is quite eminent. In the time when both the religion and patriarchal culture was Muhammadiyah prophet its mission of did move on by assigning women into the public area. Therefore, it was such as assignment that 1940 and 1917 Aisyah was established. The birth in under to the reform movement of Kiai Ahmad Dahlan, and Muhammadiyah. Event is called a phenomenon among the Islamic reform movement in the Muslim world. Muhammad Abduh, the most prominent reformer of Egypt, did not initiate such a woman movement. Aisyah is the genuine and original reform movement of Kiai Dahlan and his beloved wife. Kiai Dahlan truly realized the significance of Aisyah as the shifting perspective toward women from domestic to public, thus the advice the Aisyah activities, household, and its result must not be an obstacle For women, they perform their duty within the society. Salam 1962-18. Since the beginning, Aisyah has been carrying out the expansive charitable effort, both in Dawah and Amalia within the society. In 1990, Aisyah built in the first kindergarten in Indonesia, called Fold, which has later renamed into Taman Kanak-Kanak, Aisyah Bustanul Afan. In 1963, the Pioneer Woman Space for Praying and Pengajian called Musola Aisyah in Kauman, Yogyakarta. In 1933, in complete Arabic and alphabet literate eradication movement, which was manifest into Maghribi School or AMS in 1936, in initial published Suara Aisyah, a monthly magazine of Islamic Mission. In 1930, in the 19th Congress held in Bukit Tinggi, it designated and participate in Bahasa Indonesia courses and the national language in the first Youth Congress in 1928. In 1943 and the same time with the 26th Congress in Yogyakarta, in held a baby show. It was stagnant during the Japan colonization, but the development rapidly in the post-independence of 1945, evidenced by the establishment of BKIA, maternity hospital, dormitories of Hanas, baby and children daycare, natural discharge system assistant, and other under the respective division. Aisyah Central Executive 39 until 43. Aisyah and the purpose include: 1. Fostering faith, defending and embodying understanding, increasing execution, and spreading Islamic teaching in all aspects of life. 2. Enhancing women's dignity in accordance to Islamic teaching. 3. Enhancing the quality and quantity of the study of Islamic teaching. 4. Increasing in the spirit of worship, jihad, crusade, zakat, charity, infak, donation, wakaf, obligous, sodakoh, hibah, and other pious deeds. 6. Force them IM to become a pioneer, executor, and complement of Aisyah movement. 7. Developing science, technology, and art, and increasing research. 8. Innovating economy and entrepreneurship toward quality and life improvement. 9. Maintaining and developing social welfare, health, and empowering natural resources and environment for well-being. 10. Striving for law enforcement, justice, and maintaining unity of the nation. 11. Developing communication, friendship, and cooperation is all aspect with people inside of outside Indonesia. 12. Other and the first stable to organization objective, Aisyah Bars. The objective of Aisyah is similar to Muhammadiyah, namely to release a real Islamic society. Aisyah Statute 2005. The first Women Congress. The Gate of Aisyah, its leading figure are less relevant in the history of Indonesia. Women movement, except Aisyah is a part of the Congress in the book titled Penghancuran Gerakan Perempuan di Indonesia, or the Destruction of Women Movement in Indonesia. Saskia Eleonora Wiring only state word the participant as Aisyah in the Congress. She Misafal Aisyah into in 1928, several outstanding women organizations have participated into the first National Congress of Women Organization held in Yogyakarta. Among them are Wanita Utomo Aisyah, Putri Indonesia, Wanita Katolik, Wanita Mulyo, and Women Division in Sijong Islamited Bond and Taman Siswa. 7. Quanti and the mentional, the pioneer of the Congress is initiated by 3 leading figures who attempt to overcome the provincialists within the woman movement Dewantara 1979, 114. Their pedagogic figures are Nyi Hajar Dewantara or Mrs. Suwandi, Nyi Suyatin the leading figure of Taman Siswa, and Nyi Sukontono the member of Wanita Utomo and the teacher of his Saskia 1919, 129 and 113. The perspective of Aisyah movement. The birth of Aisyah within the structure of Parsarikatan is considered to be non-autonomous event. It is categorized in the gender division of job desks that reflects the non-progressive thought, which is absolutely right from this perspective, but will obtain different results from other perspective. Radical in structuralism does assume the every element in the system then to be seen as subordinated under the system, and any integration in the system is coercive. A relation within the system must be solved by independent automatic with any control from system. Muhammadiyah woman representation both in the Congress and the leadership through Aisyah is based on the logic of the organization. On the one hand, Aisyah Constitutional is divided, has a special autonomous organization revealing certain risks broader than any organization. This decision is made due to the impossibility that the entire elements of women in Muhammadiyah could or should be represented. On the other hand, is done the prevent centrifugal or expansion of women the weaken in the cohesion of Muhammadiyah organization a war, because it's possible that among women in Muhammadiyah there is few who possibly involved in Aisyah, but either to the representative of the Congress and the member of leadership. It is potential to weaken the cohesiveness within the overall Muhammadiyah. Structurally, Muhammadiyah tends to reflect the organization's unity, except is prepared under the labor independent system one day. As the other professional and woman element in the Muhammadiyah day can remain optimally activity in their respective her and charity and services without having any burden dealing with performance and organization power structure. Selesai. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. It is comprehensive and complicated presentation about one of movement, especially in women organization in Indonesia. Ya. Alhamdulillah Ustadz Bilal sudah bisa join. Tadi bisa menyimak ya Ustadz Bilal ya?
Ya, bisa.
Oke, ya. PowerPoint of Ibu Ois has sent in our group ya.
Yeah, I have
title Aisyah, yeah, Aisyah.
Yeah. I know.
Aisyah.
I have one question. I have one question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Asia is the woman, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I need some names or students this woman. What do you do this woman about Muhammadiyah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, I can try to answer. Yes, Aisyah is the organization about from the woman in Indonesia. The name is Aisyah. He can choose the name is the Muhammad wife Aisyah. So he's to establish into Muhammad Dahlan wives in the 19, yeah.
Yeah, saya paham, but maksudnya the work of this organization, about what do you do this organization?
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like yeah, this organization, it will be what do you do the woman, learn the woman, work with the woman,
Yeah.
help,
yeah,
What- like this, yeah.
yeah. Is helping the Aisyah too is helping the woman, especially is the woman for the teachings, they give the apa ya, lecture, pendampingan, pemberian dakwah seperti itu khususnya terhadap kaum perempuan, for gender,
Oh, begitu ya.
spesialis,
Like,
ya spesialis perempuan ya Pak.
like some woman, when you have some woman, he have a project or some things, you can help him and support him.
Support him, where is?
Yeah, there's some woman, maybe some woman, he have new projects. He go to the organization of Asia. The organization of Asia support him. Like that, or another idea.
No, I think Muhammad Aisyah, he's to the organization Nirlaba, jadi his pure organization, no project. His organization Nirlaba, he help the especially for the woman, for the teach, for the everyone, for the domestic violence, I think like so.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, not project. Aisyah not project. It's the organization Nirlaba, not profit. Organization not profit.
Yeah. Begitu.
Ya Pak ya, organisasi tanpa, ya kan Nirlaba ya Pak, tanpa mencari keuntungan ya Pak.
Ya. Women social empowerment. Ya, in dakwah.
Iya.
Ya, in dakwah.
Tidak hanya dakwah, not only dakwah.
Education,
pembelajaran,
perform human capacity, human capacity, especially in women, women healthy,
help at the woman, if the woman to domestic violence like this.
Anything else, Ustaz Bilal?
Yeah, terima kasih. Just I need to talk with you about my topic about tajdid for Muhammadiyah. I need.
You will present your paper this time or the next time?
Next time it's okay, but I need
next time.
I need help you for. I need some students. I make with him videos, support my presentation. I have some question about the young people in Muhammadiyah, because the tajdid for the young people. Do you know some? Yeah, do you know some students active or can help me? Please tell me or give me him number.
Okay, inshallah, I will send to you.
Okay, I will send my presentation for the group and for you. You can see and correct some things, because I read a lot of things in Indonesian. I don't know it's true when I make the translation or no, because when I speak tajdid about Muhammadiyah, you should to be read the history of Muhammadiyah before, and you see about the type, about the step when he beginning, and when he the tajdid, the idea of Islam, like this. I read a lot of things in Bahasa Indonesia, but I think I have some problem with the translation. I will send it to you now. Okay. You can see and give me your opinion.
Yeah. If you need in Indonesia, I will send you many books, many books about this subject. Yeah, if you
Yeah, I sudah I make the presentation, but I read a lot of papers about this topic. I will send it to you now. You can
Yeah.
see.
yeah, okay, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
One question from me, Bu. One question about why Muhammadiyah choose the name of Aisyah. Yeah, why? Yeah.
I think because Aisyah is the name of the wives of Muhammad. I
Yeah.
think so. If the simple, so it's okay. It's the Aisyah in the name of the organization for women.
Yeah. There is, I think, one of the reason choose the name of Aisyah is about periwayat hadis yang paling banyak itu adalah satu diantaranya Aisyah. Jadi kalau dalam hadis ada namanya periwayat hadis, itu mengandung maksud diantaranya adalah karena cerdas ya.
I think then namanya of Aisha. Aisha, he have a lot of information in the deen.
Yeah.
Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, getting the religion about this woman.
Yeah.
خذوا دينكم من هذه المرأة.
Yeah.
And I think in my opinion, I think when he choose this name, it will be he need all the Indonesian people need know this name. What do you do this name? And he doesn't believe it about the takdib about Shia. Like Shia, he said something bad about Aisha, but Muhammad Dahlan and Muhammadiyah, he choose this name. It will be this woman is a great woman. Don't believe it about anyone. He talk bad things about Aisha.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. For tafaul itu gets. Yeah, tafaul. Mengambil spiritnya, ya spiritnya tadi mencerdaskan masyarakat, gitu ya, pemberdayaan masyarakat wanita di Indonesia at the time ya. Barangkali mungkin perlu di flashback sebentar, Ibu. Bagaimana kondisi how about the condition women in Indonesia at the time when Aisyah was boiled. Condition women in Indonesia at the time. Mungkin perlu disampaikan kondisi tentang wanita di Indonesia ya, sehingga kemudian ini yang menarik juga. There is some interesting about Kiai Haji Ahmad Dahlan was national heroes in Indonesia, and the birth of Aisyah is Walidah Ahmad Dahlan was to be national heroes, wife and husband and wife, all to be national heroes, national heroes. Mungkin yang perlu disampaikan Ibu, kondisi wanita di Indonesia seperti apa sehingga Aisyah Walidah Ahmad Dahlan itu diangkat sebagai perannya the role of Walidah to be national hero.
I think condition of woman pada saat itu dia kan zaman penjajahan ya Pak, jadi belum boleh untuk bersekolah, belum bisa sebebas laki-laki gitu, terus belum bisa haknya itu tidak sama dengan laki-laki, padahal kan dalam Islam bahwa perempuan dan laki-laki itu haknya sama gitu. Itu mungkin salah satu yang melatar belakangi istrinya Ahmad Dahlan mendirikan Aisyah dan harus mensejajarkan kesetaraan gender antara perempuan dan laki-laki.
Oke, ya. Itu Ustadz Bilal yang menjadi apa namanya the main point ya about Aisyah in Indonesia was bold ya, memperjuangkan hak-hak kesetaraan dalam artian tadi apa namanya wanita harus cerdas ya, wanita harus pandai, wanita harus well educated ya, well educated. Wanita tidak hanya sebagai consuming, jadi kalau background wanita pada masa penjajahan di Indonesia, wanita, the women is the second class ya in Indonesia, jadi tidak diberikan hak-haknya. Maka Walidah Ahmad Dahlan memperjuangkan wanita harus terdidik, well educated, harus sehat, cerdas, harus memimpin juga ya. Kalau mungkin ada sejarahnya tadi bahwa Ahmad Dahlan walidahnya itu sama-sama berjuang ya, tapi berjuangnya lebih fokus. Saya kira sangat bagus tadi poin-poinnya, memformat, membidik dan mengelaborasi tentang sejarah perjuangan tokoh nasional ya. Jadi Ahmad Dahlan juga sebagai apa namanya pahlawan nasional, istrinya juga sebagai pahlawan nasional yang ini tercatat fokusnya pada wanita harus apa namanya well educated ya, seperti halnya Raden Ajeng Kartini ya. Nah, cuma spektrumnya Raden Ajeng Kartini kan kemudian dalam artian tidak terlembaga, nah gitu ya, tidak terlembaga, tapi daya dobraknya sampai sekarang masih diperingati. Cuma kalau Aisyah ini terlembaga sampai hari ini, terlembaga dan berkembang. Ini yang mungkin menjadi apa namanya kita belajar sejarah. Kalau bahkan ada apa namanya di zaman Nabi itu, Nabi sampai kemudian semacam ditanya, ya, ya. Nampaknya dalam ajaran Islam, dalam Al-Quran kok yang masuk surga itu lebih banyak laki-laki. Nah, gitu. Kami wanita seperti apa tidak ditampilkan gitu. Maka turun ayat fastajaba lahum rabbuhum annila udhi'u amala amilin minkum min dzakarin aw untha. Ya. Jadi wanita yang beramal soleh, wanita yang baik juga kan masuk surganya sama. Nah, ini yang kemudian dalam konstruk masyarakat di Indonesia, wanita nampaknya memang ditempatkan secara kultur sebagai tidak memiliki peran. Nah, ini perannya itu karena konstruk budaya. Nah, maka Walidah Ahmad Dahlan merubah stereotip wanita yang tidak apa namanya tidak cerdas harus dicerdaskan. Nah, begitu. Saya kira begitu. Terima kasih. Mungkin dicukupkan. Terima kasih Bu Is sudah mengelaborasi dari pergerakan awal Aisyah, kemudian dalam masa kontemporer ya. Kalau problem yang paling besar itu wanita di Indonesia sekarang mengalami juga apa yang disebut dengan human trafficking, nah gitu ya. Human trafficking.
Ilegal, ya Pak, human ilegal.
Nah, iya itu. Nah, itu apa namanya gerakan wanita di Indonesia juga berusaha baik Aisyah maupun apa namanya wanita dari muslimat itu juga berjuang untuk jangan sampai kemudian terjadi ada human trafficking. Kemudian angka kematian di Indonesia wanita juga masih tinggi ya. Mortalitas ya ini menjadi concern juga wanita-wanita di Indonesia sehingga kemudian wanita tidak di apa namanya menjadi stereotip yang jelek, nah, tetapi harus baik. Nah, ini kalau dalam bahasa agama kan almar'atu imadul bilad, nah, gitu ya. Apa jadinya ketika wanita itu jelek, maka negaranya hancur ya. Tapi kalau wanitanya baik, maka negaranya akan baik. Nah, ini peran-peran wanita, organisasi wanita di Indonesia sangat diperjuangkan ya, baik oleh apa namanya Aisyah maupun dari muslimat ya tentunya ya, agar wanita itu menjadi memiliki kecerdasan, kemerdekaan, barangkali juga yang sangat penting juga memimpin ya, pemimpin. Memang kalau ada hadisnya itu apa namanya, seringkali hadis itu dimunculkan ya. Jadi apa namanya, kepemimpinan yang diserahkan kepada wanita. Nah, mungkin ini pertanyaan mendasar juga ya, tidak akan beruntung. Bagaimana hadisnya itu, Ustaz Bilal? Satu kepemimpinan tidak akan beruntung atau tidak akan lan yufliha ya, tidak akan bahagia, tidak akan jaya apabila kepemimpinan diserahkan kepada wanita. Nah, mungkin terakhir itu Bu, kira-kira mengkonstruk seperti apa itu?
I think gimana? Kalau menurut pendapat, I think my opinion, because pada dasarnya bahwa kepemimpinan itu adalah laki-laki. Maksudnya kepemimpinan itu adalah laki-laki kalau menurut saya pada dasarnya.
Iya.
Tapi kalau seandainya sudah tidak ada laki-laki yang bisa bersikap adil, wanita bisa juga menjadi pemimpin. Jadi memang kalau sebaiknya selagi masih ada laki-laki yang adil, yang taat, yang beriman, ya lebih baik laki-laki. Menurut saya sih begitu.
Iya. Jadi kalau Al-Qur'annya kan ar-rijal ya. Ar-rijalu
qawwamuna
'ala nisa. Tapi kalau tadi hadisnya lan yufliha, tidak akan jaya, tidak akan beruntung ya, kepemimpinan yang diserahkan kepada wanita. Nah, menurut para ahli apa namanya tentang hadis khususnya, bahwa apa namanya itu harus ditempatkan dalam konstruk yang tepat juga ya. Jadi saat itu memang wanita karena tidak diberi apa namanya kemampuan, tidak diberikan apa namanya kecerdasan, kesempatan untuk menuntut ilmu ya, karena maka wanitanya menjadi tidak memiliki kemampuan ya, capable gitu. Jadi wanita yang tidak capable kalau diberi kepercayaan, diberikan kepemimpinan ya tidak akan untung ya, betul. Tapi memang dalam sejarah sekarang wanita itu banyak juga yang memimpin ya. Bahkan wanita jauh lebih banyak sekarang lah itu. Nah, maka di situ mengandung persyaratan ya. Jadi kalau syaratnya tadi, bahkan hakim sekarang kalau di dalam hukum Islam hakim tidak boleh wanita, tapi sekarang hakim bisa menjadi dari wanita begitu. Direktur menjadi direktris ya. Itu jadi ada klausulnya ya. Klausulnya memang kepemimpinan bagusnya laki-laki, tapi tadi jika wanitanya capable, wanitanya memiliki kemampuan, wanitanya terdidik, wanitanya solehah, maka ya tidak apa namanya tidak menutup kemungkinan. Nah, ini yang hari ini ya terjadi ya. Tapi tadi memang fitrahnya seperti itu, laki-laki menjadi pemimpin ya. Nah, itu yang diperjuangkan oleh Ahmad Dahlan dan Nyai Walidah Ahmad Dahlan. Jadi suami istri memperjuangkan intinya pada kesetaraan agar wanitanya terdidik, wanitanya cerdas, wanitanya capable, sehingga tadi yang pertama kali didirikan oleh Walidah Ahmad Dahlan adalah pendidikan gitu. Pendidikan. Lahirlah ABA ya, TK ABA pertama kali di Indonesia itu tahun 19 berapa tadi 26 ya. 1926, yaitu mendirikan Taman Kanak-kanak Bustanul Atfal, itu dalam rangka mendidik apa namanya anak-anak yang baik, yang solehah dan seterusnya. Demikian yang bisa kita sampaikan.
In Arab
Oh, ya.
Sayyid.
Bagus.
In Arab Sayyid, al-ummu madrasatun idza adattaha adatta sya'ban tayyib al-a'raqi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the meaning when you prepare the woman is very good. It will be the future. It will be very good. When the mother you have children, the mother is bagus. To be your children bagus.
Oh iya. Al-ummu al-madrasah ya.
Yeah, al-ummu madrasah.
Madrasatul.
Al-ummu madrasah, the meaning of the woman, the mother is the same in school.
The
Same in
first
school.
school, the
Yeah.
first school for the
Yeah.
children is mother.
Iya.
Yeah, mother. When this mother, it will be is
Ya,
good. It will be the children good.
ya,
Hmm.
betul.
Ya,
Iya,
ya, 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 ya. Ya, ini sudah ada benang merahnya. Benang
Iya.
merahnya tadi ya menjadikan wanita yang sebagai tiang negara ya ya madrasah ya nanti menjadi menjadi imam.
Ya.
Nanti melahirkan imamah itu maka harus terdidik, well educated lah itu yang diperjuangkan apa namanya oleh Kiai Haji Ahmad Dahlan dan beserta istrinya. Nah, terjun langsung dan dua-duanya diakui sebagai pahlawan negara karena kontribusinya yang besar sehingga bangsa ini menjadi ya baguslah pendidikannya. Kalau
ya.
bangsanya besar, pendidikan besar, wanitanya terdidik, maka lahir generasi juga yang baik dan terdidik. Saya kira terima kasih Ibu.
Karena ada pepatah juga sih Pak, kalau
Ya.
perempuan itu berpendidikan, bersekolah, perempuan itu bukan untuk dirinya sendiri, tapi untuk orang lain. Beda dengan laki-laki.
Iya betul ya.
Ya. Jadi sebenarnya kalau berpendidikan perempuan sesungguhnya dia sedang membuat suatu generasi yang berpendidikan juga.
Berpendidikan untuk ya tadi ibu nanti melahirkan masyarakat yang baik ya.
Iya betul Pak.
Iya Masya Allah. Semoga berkah dan membawa kebaikan bagi kita semuanya. Terima kasih, sangat bagus tadi sudah mengeksplorasi tentang satu tokoh yang ini memperjuangkan tentang kebaikan dari wanita ya. Wanita sangat penting begitu. Terima kasih. Kita akhiri dengan baca hamdalah dan doa kafaratul majlis.
Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
McDonald. Ya.
Yes. Sorry, I joined. Yeah. Sorry,
Okay.
I joined very late. Sorry, I was sleeping. I sleep in the morning.
Oh, not matter. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I will send recording with presentation of Ibu Ois. Ya, Ibu Ois.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate.
Okay,
I appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the presidency? Will you do it for me?
I will. Yeah, I will help to you to fulfill the attendance. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, ya,
Thank you.
not matter. Ya, saya nanti yang akan apa namanya mengisikan ya. Ini sudah masuk semua ya, mengisikan.
Okay.
Ya,
Terima kasih.
Ya, ini udah masuk semua ya. Tinggal just one presenter, Ustadz Bilal. The next week ya, I will.
Inshallah.
Okay, ya. Thank you very much.
If we need to share your presentation, share the document, the text.
Yeah. I will send to you the recording of Ibu Is, ya. Ibu Is.
Okay, thank you.
The apa namanya peran Aisyah ya, peran Aisyah. Oke, thank you very much. See you next time ya. Alhamdulillah.
Thank you, Dokter.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Good luck for you.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Ya semua.